Hey everyone! Today, we're going to do something really cool. We're going to follow a single piece of code on its incredible journey, all the way from a developer's laptop to a live application that can be used by millions of people all over the world. Let's dig in and see how it works. I mean, it's a huge question, right? How does that actually happen? It can feel a little bit like magic, but the truth is, it's a super refined, highly automated process that makes it all possible. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain. The best way to think about it is as a journey from a simple idea to having a real impact in the world. And the engine that powers that whole journey, well, that's this powerful philosophy and toolset we call DevOps. So, to get started, we really have to understand our engine. What exactly is this modern DevOps thing we hear so much about? Because, it's actually way more than just a bunch of tools. It's a whole culture. Okay, at its heart, DevOps is all about one thing: breaking down the walls between two teams that used to be totally separate. You had the developers, the dev folks, who build the software. And then you had the operations, the ops folks, who had to run it. The whole goal of DevOps is to merge them together, to get them collaborating so they can ship high-quality software incredibly fast and just keep making it better. So how do they get that speed? How do they maintain reliability? Well, the secret sauce is automation. This is where CI/CD comes into play. It stands for continuous integration and continuous deployment. And you can just think of it as a totally automated assembly line. Every time a new piece of code is written, this pipeline automatically tests it, catching bugs way before they ever reach a user. And if all the tests pass, boom, it deploys the code, all without a human having to press a button. For today's apps that are constantly being updated, this process is absolutely non-negotiable. All right, let's officially begin our code's journey. The very first step starts right there on the developer's machine and then moves to a central hub where the whole team can work together. So this slide, this is our map. This lays out the entire roadmap for our code. It all starts with local development. Then it moves to GitHub for teamwork. From there, it gets picked up by that CI/CD pipeline we just talked about, gets packaged up neatly by something called Docker, and then finally, it gets deployed out to the world on the Google Cloud Platform. We're going to break down every single one of these stages. Now, you might be thinking, when you have a bunch of developers all working on the same project, how do you prevent total chaos? Well, the answer is a really clear branching strategy in GitHub. The main branch is sacred. You don't touch it. That's the stable code that users are actually seeing. All the new work, all the cool new features, that happens in separate feature branches. Once they're ready, they get merged into a development branch for testing, long before they ever get near main. This structure is absolutely key for quality and teamwork. Okay, now we're arriving at the automated assembly line. This is where the real magic of consistency and speed kicks into high gear. Ah, yes, the 5 most dreaded words in all of software development. I promise you, every developer has said this and every operations person has heard it. This one simple phrase perfectly captures the huge problem of having inconsistent environments. And the solution is this amazing thing called containerization. And the most popular tool for it is Docker. Just think of a container like a perfectly standardized box. It holds your application and literally everything it needs to run. The code, the libraries, all the system tools, you name it. And this box runs exactly the same whether it's on a developer's laptop, a testing server, or out in production. Problem totally solved. So how do we make these magic boxes? Well, that's where our CI/CD pipeline, often powered by something like GitHub Actions, comes roaring back into the picture. As soon as a developer pushes some new code, that pipeline automatically kicks off. It runs all the tests, and if they pass, it builds a brand new, perfectly versioned Docker container all ready to go. Okay, we've built our standardized package. We know it works. Now it's time for the final and, let's be honest, the most exciting step: shipping it to the world. And for that, we're deploying our container on the Google Cloud Platform, or GCP. Now, once you're on GCP, you've got choices. For simpler apps that don't need to remember a user's data from one visit to the next, we call those stateless. Cloud Run is amazing. It's fast, super easy, and it scales up and down automatically. But for more complex systems, things that need to manage persistent data, we call those stateful, then Google Kubernetes Engine, or GKE, gives you all the powerful, fine-grained control you could ever want. But here's the thing. The journey doesn't just end when you deploy, not even close. You have to keep a watchful eye on your application to make sure it stays healthy and secure. That means using tools for logging, so you can see exactly what's happening inside your app. It means monitoring performance to catch any slowdowns. You'll need a secret manager to keep sensitive data like API keys locked down tight. And of course, identity and access management, or IAM, to control exactly who has permission to do what. Okay, I know, that was a lot of technical steps. So let's just zoom out for a second. Why do we go through all this trouble? Why does this whole journey even matter? Well, this is why. This is the payoff. Because you've automated everything, you get new features to your users way faster. Because everyone's using tools like GitHub, collaboration is just smoother. Because you're using the cloud, your app can easily scale up to handle a flood of your users. And because of those containers and all the automated testing, the whole system is just way more reliable and secure. It is a massive, massive win all around.